What is up, guys? This is Odd Job Entertainment, and I am very excited to be doing a stream with you today. There are some really cool stuff coming. Why are we streaming in the middle of the day? Well, I have zero impulse control, and if I don't do it right now, the excitement is getting to me, and it's just not going to be on camera otherwise. So we're doing it right now, and I hope you enjoy. What are we doing? Well, you may remember a couple videos about this chair back in the day. What am I doing? I gotta at least go through the effort of sharing this on my Discord. Give me just a second, guys. Sorry, I am very scatterbrained right now. I'm just very excited for what we're going to be talking about today. Yes, everyone. Yes, and that. All right. Let's see, where were we? And I think I got to change a couple settings here as well. Stream output. Okay, let's see. Let me gather my thoughts. Okay. Yes. So you may remember a while ago, I made a video about, well, I made a couple videos actually about this chair. Okay, so this is a custom piece. I built it from the ground up. It is 100% built by me. And it does pretty good, but there's some issues with it. And most of them stem from the fact that this is the first chair I've ever made. I don't actually have any professional experience designing chairs or making chairs, and so the design suffered a bit from that. It's a pretty cool design, if I do say so myself. Let me do the full spin around here. You can see the back of the chair. You know, pretty cool. Pretty cool pattern, being that it's all made completely out of plywood. You know, but immediately you can start to see some of the issues, right? For one, why is there all this paracord on the chair? Well, I built the armrests out of 2020 extrusion, and because they're only 2020 extrusion, they're a little flimsy. And the issue that I have is the elbow connection, where this goes across the bottom of the seat pan. It wobbles back and forth a little bit. So the paracord is actually holding these back there and holding them tucked in. If the paracord isn't there, they have the habit of loosening over time and then wiggling side to side, and it creates a bad experience when you're using the joysticks. Also, if I stand up and back the chair up a little bit, you can see that it's gone through quite a bit of rapid prototyping over time. There were some things that didn't quite work before, and so I just kind of hacked into it and did what I had to make it functional at least. And there, I just never got around to fixing this seam, I guess, but it doesn't look good. Same thing up on the backrest. You know, this more scars from my rapid prototyping. But what did we do that was really cool on the chair? Well, we did the joystick mounts. Okay. So what I wanted to do was have some way of having joysticks that could go completely out of the way when I don't want to use them, and then just very easily bring them into a forward position. And so these lock in place magnetically, and the magnetic force isn't the strongest, but it's enough that under normal play situations, I'm not going to undo it by accident. And so that functionality, that essence of what makes this chair special, works great. And that is something that I wanted to carry forward into the new chair. What is the new chair? Well, let me show you. New chair is this guy. So this is made by company Monstertech. They need no introduction. Monstertech is a titan in the flight sim community. That they make all kinds of cool stuff. Primarily, they make joystick mounts, and they recently started making this line of chair that originally my chair was meant to be a competition to that, but eventually I realized it kind of helps to know how to make a chair if you're going to make a chair. So I've been working with the people over at Monstertech to make a custom project for me. If you use code ODDJOB at checkout, you can get 5% off your order at Monstertech. So very huge thanks to them for that. And today we're going to be making the chair that I had some input in. They basically took that design and beefed it up so that it would actually work well. And we're going to be putting that together today. Um, quick quick notes about this chair though. It has a lot of features that my chair previously didn't have. This backrest moves up and down, so you can adjust the lumbar to get it exactly where you want it to. Armrests do the little swivel thing. They also have a little bit of side to side movement. Okay. The seat pan moves back and forth like that. So if you've got long legs, you can move the seat pan forward. I'm kind of a short guy, so I leave it tucked in. Um, the backrest goes back pretty far actually, and oh yeah, um, the seat pan also tilts. And I'll be honest, I haven't found a huge use for that yet, but maybe in the future. I have it in case I ever do. And of course, it goes up and down. Every chair does that. It swivels clearly. Again, nothing new. You can get this chair with a caster lock, which will make it so that you can make it so it doesn't move around on the floor. You can also get a rotation lock for the gas piston so that you can lock out the swivel function. So, a couple cool things that are specific to making it work for flight sim players. But let's get to the actual unboxing, the really cool stuff you're not going to see anywhere else but on this channel. It's this box of goodies, which I don't know why I screwed the chair out. Like I said, I'm a little excited. I'm not thinking very clearly. Um, let's see. So I've kind of started on the unboxing a little bit already. You saw the previous chair. Well, welcome, Axel. I'm happy to just stream to you if you're the only one here. You're gonna be up to date on all the coolest stuff from Monstertech. Um, let's see. So I already kind of started unboxing already. I was a little excited and I couldn't help myself. So you saw the previous chair. This is the new joystick mount. So it is super beefy. The previous mount was made out of 2020 extrusion and 2040 extrusion at the biggest. This is 4040 and 4080, so it is huge compared to what we were working with before. This is the left side, I believe, and now it has magnets that lock it in the forward and the backward position. So one of the issues that chair had is when you have the joysticks put back, when you swivel around, that momentum will actually carry the joysticks to swing out to the side. So kind of an issue because you end up smacking your desk with your stuff all the time. They also sent me some plates to mount that joystick arm to the bottom of the chair. We've got some really thick metal plates that are going to hold those two super solid to the chair. And then leave this is some plates to mount the joysticks to. Got some little screws. I assume those are for the joystick themselves. And then we've got nice black plates here. And that'll be for mounting the joysticks to it. So I think the probably the best way to go about this is to do each side and then mount it to the chair. So I'm going to proceed with that plan and see how far I get. They also sent me a little bag of hardware, which I think I'm going to be tapping into right about now, actually. Looks like some of the plate hardware is mixed in here. Are you enjoying the stream so far, Axel? How's your day going so far? There's a lot of stuff in this bag. It's kind of hard to get to just what I want. So I need those two screws. Lubin Rosa. Amen. Watching from work. Um, I don't think I can actually call them a sponsor. Um, sponsor kind of implies a little more of an agreement than I think I have with them. So I don't want to say the wrong thing, but they are giving a 5% discount to the whole community, Julian. So if you want to get some stuff from Monstertech, you can get 5% off your order using code ODDJOB at checkout. And they did make this custom piece for me. I paid for it. I got a little bit of a discount from it because I'm making a video about it. So we just never really formalized it as a sponsorship. So I just don't want to say the wrong thing. You get what I'm saying? So I don't know if they're a sponsor, but they did make this possible, and I'm really happy about it. Okay, so we got some T-nuts. So I've spent a lot of time looking over the design already. So I think basically we just put the T-nut in. And these are nice T-nuts. They have a little spring-loaded. Let me grab another one. They have a little spring-loaded bearing in them. There. All right. Let's put that right up to the camera. So you can see there's a little bearing there. That is spring-loaded. And what it does is it makes it so that it doesn't move around while you're trying to put it in. So very handy feature if you've worked with 2020 extrusion or aluminum extrusion at all. T-nut sliding around is probably one of the biggest time sinks because it just takes forever when you have a T-nut that just doesn't want to stay in the right spot. Now, Allen wrenches. Ah, you see that? Right size, first time. sure things are somewhat straight as I'm tightening them down. So far, I'm really impressed with the quality of the hardware. Um, I wish there was some caps for some of the extrusions. These are, I mean, there's no burrs, so the quality of the cut is really high. There's nothing that's like obviously scratching me, but it would be nice to have some plastic caps to cover those in, just to be on the safe side. Not a huge deal. I can just print those on my own, so not the end of the world. But this is the left side completed. We'll hold off on mounting the joystick until it's actually on the chair, because if I drop it, I don't want to be dropping my joystick. They sent me these pieces of extrusion, and I'm not sure what these are for. They might just be extra, because I don't see how I need them. Oh, okay. So I was just talking about how it would be cool to have some plastic caps to cover everything. They sent me some. I just didn't see them before. Okay, thanks, Monstertech. That's super cool. So like that goes on the top there. That's not gonna come out once I get that on there. Something like that. I'll grab something to smack that with later, and we'll really bust it on there. Since it doesn't affect the function, I'm not too worried about it just yet. So when I got the first arm, it came wrapped in some brown paper like this, which I mean it works. Nothing seems to have been damaged, so I'm, I mean that's all you need from packaging. As long as it's not damaged, you're good to go. It looks like they sent me a anodizing cleaner. So I think what this is it'll cleanly scratch off this anodized finish. Um, we're not looking to scratch anything today. I don't think we'll be using that. They sent me a lot of extra hardware, I think. Famous last words. These plates are already just a huge improvement from how I mounted my joysticks before. Um, I just bolted my joysticks directly to extrusions in the past, and it wasn't the most solid connection, so there was a lot of rotational movement in this axis relative to the chair. There's two sizes of T-nuts. I need to make sure I grab the right size T-nut. how's the quality, guys? From my perspective, it looks like things are perhaps a little brightly lit as far as like my skin tone, but the focus is on all this dark metal hardware, so I wanted to make sure that you guys could see that clearly. All right, good, 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 good. All right, so that's that done. Now got the two. These plates are surprisingly heavy. I think they're solid steel, but look how thick that guy is. I mean, this thing is thick with three C's, but should be really solid connection to the chair, which very good. I think simply there's three three bolts, three washers. Go through like, well, put a washer around it. Goes through like that. Okay. There's one for each of these slots, and then this will go up underneath the chair. It's going to be really hard for me to get the camera there, so you're just going to have to use your imagination as I'm working under here putting that on. But this should be the right side if it's oriented like this, so that you can potentially swing the arms out, and this will just bolt up underneath the chair. So I'm going to get on the floor and do that. And it is conveniently the same size hex bolt as everything else that I've used so far, so that's really nice. Sure, I put this on the correct side. So you can imagine trying to get all these holes to line up well. It's just, there's not really much you can do about that. So that's one side mounted. You can see it on there. And it is, I mean, it's not moving without the entire chair moving. So it is super solid on there. Now, let's see. So this is the left side. I need the right side. So this guy came with some bolts already tapped and threaded into the bottom. And as you can imagine, those just go onto this, I think. I'll just loosen them a little bit to give me some room to work with. Slide on. The we'll go now. Don't mess up the build. Oh god. All right, Axel. But I'll try not to. I think I mounted the plate a little too close. It's kind of hard to put the thing on the plate, so I'm gonna move this out a little bit. Give him some room to work with. I think it's the problem. I don't think I had the bolts loose enough. There we go. Okay, so that's not a huge deal. That's did I grab the I grabbed grab the wrong side again. Okay. No. What's going on? Hmm. One of these is definitely okay, they're definitely built opposite. I'm just trying to envision how it's supposed to fold in my head because that'll tell me which goes on which side. Yeah. Okay. The plates are mounted to the chair a little differently each time. So I'm gonna pull up my email. Okay. And I lied before. They are different hex bolt sizes. Well, let's get them. I think I see what the problem is. Let's get them mounted to the chair, though. It should be pretty easy to solve. This, I don't think they're as picky as I thought they were at first in how you mount them. Oh, I see. Okay. All right. So I was using the wrong side. Okay. We're figuring this out, guys. Yeah. Okay. So I think what happened is that they were put in the box as basically the same side just twice to give me a left and right. So I think I'm gonna have to rebuild it a little bit to make it be a left and a right side. The issue that I'm running into is there is this 4080 extrusion that hits the vertical support of this joystick or joystick, not armrest. That's the word for it. But on the other side, there's a 4040 extrusion that should give enough space so that it doesn't hit that. So I just need to switch the position on one of these. Before I commit to that, I want to put the other side on to make sure that that does indeed work the way that I think it works. I'm gonna split my windows so that I can see chat and my all important email. Let's see. What is the material of the upholstery on that chair? It is Cordura. So this is the Night Falcon. It is black Cordura fabric, which my understanding is that's probably what you would see on like an actual F-15. It's a military nylon, so it should be very long lasting and durable. Um, Biggest reason why I picked it, they had they have a leather option for about the same price, but I I am a heavy sweater, so I wanted something that would be very breathable, and I think nylon will be a lot more breathable than leather, so that's why I picked it. It's the given that the durability between the two options should be about the same. That's what I was most concerned about. It, exactly. Don't want leather. I don't want to get stuck to my chair because my fat thighs are sweaty. You know. There we go. Oh yeah, that pleather, that synthetic leather stuff, so bad. Back to the seat work better than a seat. Yeah. They ought to do some crash test ratings with synthetic leather, where they just show that yeah you're glued to this seat. You're not flying off once you're stuck to these things. All right, so that is super solid. I mean, the whole chair has to move before that's going to go anywhere. And now that that's on, we can see how at least one side is supposed to work. So it has significantly more magnetic clamping force than my original design, and that is a good thing um, because it'll improve the rigidity. I mean, I can already tell this is hugely more rigid than what I had before. And the other nice thing is that it has these magnets in the back so that it's not going to swing around. Like I can throw this around. It's not swinging out to the side. That's a problem on my older chair. So I'm really happy with that. Um, Now I just need to make this other side look like that. And the challenge there is working with these magnets, not smashing my fingers, and getting that done. But let's see, what is the best way to reorient this? I need to move these parts, and then I think I just need to slide this in. I need a I need a bit more leverage for these bolts. And what you got to do is you got to reach down in here like that. You get, and then just got to work on those guys there. Okay, here's a theory. Since since I can slide these off, I think that might be the play. Because I can slide them off, then I don't have to fight the magnets, directly. Ah, see, that was easy. That part came off super easy doing that. Okay, we're in business, guys. This is good. And this gives me an opportunity to show you the hardware. So we have, let's see, stand up so I can make sure that this looks good. We've got this guy and nice chunky bolt. This goes through that. And then this is threading into a T-nut on the other side. So aluminum tends to be pretty soft. My understanding is this spreads that force out over a bigger area so that you don't cross thread or crush the aluminum. Of course, I could be totally wrong. I don't know. Interesting. Yeah. So they've got really nice hardware. I've been very impressed with that part so far. And I was shown before the T nuts have a little spring loaded bearing on them. And that makes it so that it doesn't move around in the slot. So thinking about that, I just realized I was prepared in my head to catch a falling T nut um, when I took that piece off the chair, and I didn't have to. I The T nut just stayed in place, which is a really nice bonus when working with this aluminum hardware. So now I've got that part, got this wider part in the right area. Now I'm going to move the magnetic plate into the right side. Okay. That. So now we've got magnetic locking on one side, not wiggling around. And let's see. I think I can actually I think I can just sit on the chair while I'm doing this. Then you guys can kind of see what I'm doing. I only have to be on the floor for the actually tightening it onto the chair. Then this just slides in like that. Then we take our Allen key, just screw it in. So what's kind of cool about this idea is that um, I can wiggle the hex key out of the slot, and so it doesn't really matter how much space I have over here or if I have a long enough hex key to reach down through the end. Like I can actually assemble it just by tilting my key. And I need to reorient this. It's facing the other way. It's just a matter of doing that. And honestly, this speaks to the hardware because I've worked with aluminum extrusion before with other hardware, and nothing slides in that easy. I mean, you saw I didn't even really have to struggle. All right, so that should be our lock on either side. That's a smaller teammate that I got out from earlier, so that's okay. Now we put these on. Make sure I'm not covering things up on camera. All right. So now this should be ready to mount onto this plate here. Before I do that, well, it'll be easier to do it after. Well, you kind of got to do it a little bit at a time, don't you? So there's a barrel nut on either side. So there's one here, and then there's also one here, and those are both holding this horizontal piece in place. It's kind of a cool way of doing it, I think, because it's very tangibly a lot more solid than what I had access to. I used some triangular corner pieces to accomplish the same thing, and it's just Not good. Didn't work very well. To work with aluminum hardware as much. Too easy to cross thread or over torque. Yeah, I can definitely echo that thought with very easy to cross thread or over torque. Um, Aluminum extrusion, as far as a strength thing, is great. It's lightweight and very rigid once assembled, but putting it together kind of a pain a lot of the time. So I'm very impressed with the hardware so far. It seems like they've got the right metals in the right places, and I'm not really worried so much as I would typically be about cross threading or over torquing something. Because yeah, that for sure that is a very very common issue. So I'm just there was the three bolts that hold the silver metal plate onto the chair. I'm just retightening those. I had loosened them so that I could move things in and out, but now that things are where they ought to be, just tightening those up. Right. So now that I can push it out to the side, it's a little easier to do this piece here. And it's also held that guy. Now, be able to just carefully slide this guy over. Scratching. I'm just going to play it safe and take off the plate extension. I need. I don't need my torque handle. These are in here. This section, I guess. This has to slide across the top. I don't want to scratch that. Now we've got that wiggled over. Kind of space on the top, so that these have to be facing that right direction in order to be able to butt up against each other. Flush on this side, flush on that side, so I'll do it the same way. Yeah, hex key is locking to the magnet, makes it a little difficult. That magnet is part of what makes this chair unique and cool. So can't complain too much. Side. Anywhere. Well, there's three bolts that hold this horizontal piece in place. There's the one that goes on the. There's one here on the hinge, and then there's one on either side, like I showed you before. Somebody, where did it go? Oh, to the desk. Found it. Still got to slide in, so let's do it like this. The guys at Monstertech are really smart. They worked in some additional adjustment that my original design didn't have, which is why it's set up the way that it is. Um, this plate can move side to side. That wasn't an option for me before. I just had to kind of get it built right the first time. It can also, because this plate is mounted with vertical screws, it can move forward and back. I've got about 2 inches of adjustment there, and not much in the way of up and down, I don't think. But that shouldn't really be an issue. I am going to take this plate off for now. That'll make it so I can torque on the extension a little easier. There we go. Like their hardware, much easier to use than the T nuts that I bought off of Amazon. All right, there we go. Two magnetic joystick mounts on the chair. Now, well, let's give a dry fit. Let's. All right, so playing Star Citizen, you got your joysticks in hand, and you want to use your mouse and keyboard. You just put those back behind you. It's easy enough to do. I'm not struggling to do it, but it's not so easy that it's going to be a problem either. And with this configuration, they tuck all the way behind you, not going to be visible during your conference calls. So now I just need to take the joysticks off of this chair and put them onto the new chair. And these are some of these I did Orcs bolts, but it looks like the ones that are actually holding the joysticks on are all hex, so I don't need to go grab another set of tools. Good job past me for planning for this unforeseeable future. Let's see, need to have a big red button that would snap the joysticks into position on. That'd be pretty cool, but that's some next level Iron Man stuff. If we get more subscribers and a bigger budget, we can look at doing stuff like that. Like a guarded switch with black and yellow hazard stripes. I think I'd have to open an OnlyFans in order to get the kind of funding we'd need for something like that. But it would be cool, no doubt. Have it make transformer noises. That would be that would be pretty sick. Okay, one of these baggies, this baggie has what I believe is the mounting screws for the joystick. These are a bit smaller than everything else. Small screws for a small job. Just push that more into view. Just put the bolt through, washer, nut on the bottom. What's everybody's favorite Transformer movie? I guess it's just you left Schlag. Basically, your options are 1 or 3 because 2 and 4 were terrible. I thought three was decent, but not as good as one. So I mean, you're not missing a lot. All right, I do need a socket to grab onto the underside of this, so I'm going to go grab my socket set real quick. Here we go. Yeah, th- that early 2000s Lincoln Park, man, that was a different time, wasn't it? Life seemed so much simpler then. Well, I can tell you right now, this video is not sponsored by Craftsman. Um, I'm using a Craftsman tool set, but it is not nearly as good as what my dad used to use. I don't even I don't even dare show this ratchet on camera because half the time it doesn't ratchet the correct direction. You can have the setting all right and then it'll just like grind and just not work the way it's supposed to. So if you're I think we just gained a viewer. If you're watching me not use this ratchet wrench, that's why the ratchet on this thing sucks. They don't make them like they used to. Gonna do things the old manual way, which I mean, tightening these ones not a super big deal. They don't really have to be super tight. All the important stuff is already super rigid as is. One joystick mounted. This other one. All right, see you, Schlag. You can see what I'm doing, right? It's on the floor. It's another little baggy hardware. Oh, shoot. I didn't want to dump all that out. We're getting to the point where getting towards the end here, at least for the assembly part. I have lots of bags of extra hardware. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do with them. It's very nice of them to include them. Little baggie I'm looking for. Found it. Really, it's got these rubber feet on the bottom of the joystick. So if you tighten it down like I just did, then you can't put the other screws in because it makes everything kind of go whoop. Right. This is the last bolt. After this, we do cable management and then we get to play with it. Right. Well, aren't allowed to. You guys aren't allowed to play with each other. That's the old chair. That's that's about as much good as this socket wrench is good for. Is to actually be used as a hammer. That guys, that is awesome. A little lower than what I had my joysticks mounted at before, but I like this. I think this is better. So I'm flying my ship, right? You're doing all these maneuvers, got full access to everything, and then I go to an FPS part. Done. Mouse and keyboard, ready to go. Then I switch back. I'm done with the bunker mission. Boom. Just that fast, guys. And it's a little wider than how I originally built mine. Um, but that makes it so I can just get up. I don't have to. I mean, I built mine so tight before that I had to literally push them out of the way in order to get out of the seat. So now I don't have to worry about that as much. Now we move on to cable management. And they do have cable management kits that you can buy on Monstertech. I did not get one of those because I looked at it and thought, well, I basically have the same thing. You guys see what I'm doing? Now you can. So, these off. You should take the time and properly untie this knot. Cutting it wouldn't actually undo it. It was wrapped around the. No. There's one. Two. Need to stick this on somewhere. I'm thinking that the thinking we just put it on the bottom face of the right side. My tower is on the right side, so putting it on the right side keeps it all kind of out of the way. And I should have some more command strips in my desk somewhere. Yes. Got some, still got some white command strips, so we're gonna have to put these somewhere where they're not gonna be visible because they don't match up anything. This could be a really good spot to put. Can you guys see where I'm considering? Thinking I'll put it right here. And that gives me a couple abilities. One, it makes it a lot easier to reach this little pigtail, which is kind of a struggle before. It also puts the other USB connections within easy reach. And if I wanted to add stuff onto this hub, like my knee's not going to come over here, right? I'm not going to hit these. They're out of the way. But it keeps everything pretty easy to access at the same time. So I think I like that. I think we're going to put it there. Nice thing is because I mount most of my electronics with command strips, if I decide I don't like it in the future, I can just move it. Command strips are the ultimate mounting solution for people who can't commit to something. Supposed to hold it for what, 30 seconds? So 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, 6, 1,000. That's not going anywhere. Use at least. I know you're not supposed to bend cables a lot. I'm going to. I'm just spooling it around this section that you can't see, just to take up the extra length so that doesn't become an issue. Not winding it tightly. That the Put some tape over these. Stick tape. Quite what I'm looking for. Found some black command strips. That's awesome. Well, that part's already done, so I'm not going to worry about that. I have some zip ties. Do that for now. Um, it's not a huge deal. Those can be a little less restricted for the time being. I'll work out some way to better tie those down in the future. Take this, find everything. Backrest hinge. Side. Of flat. Average joystick chair. I like that. That is good. Good. This and sure. One thing I am thinking is this mount being here now does make it a lot harder to reach some of the controls. tools out of the way now. I think I want to put the covers on. I think I just want to do that now so that everything is like done, you know? Well, maybe still need to work out cable measurement a little bit. I'll do the ones that I'll for sure come in contact with. I don't want to scratch my pants, you know? Big stretch. Here we go. All right. So just those ones for now. I'll do these other ones later. Okay. I guess if I have to, I can still reach the controls. Um, okay. All right. Should we play some Star Citizen? I think we should play some Star Citizen. Headphones are already connected. Some of my windows. I'm excited, guys. This is so much better than what I had before. I am pretty happy at the moment. So I don't think we're going to be playing Star Citizen for a super long time. Looking at stream, we've already been going for an hour and 40 minutes. But I think we can at least do maybe a couple bounty missions. Call it good at that. That should be enough getting in and out of my ship to show how these work. So I want to use my mouse and keyboard. I can get right up next to everything, and I like to be really close because then it gives me full range of motion for moving my mouse arm across this gigantic mouse pad that I have. Right. Looks like oh, hello. I'm still on the I need to change. Hey, there we go. Let's see. Is it gonna okay. Alright. Now you guys can see what's going on. Goodness. Okay, we're gonna turn off chat. We don't need that right now. Big lag spike there. Come on, baby. You can do it. Recover. Okay, let's see. I need some water. Do I have any in my inventory? No, I don't. You know what? I'm just gonna do this. I'm going to let the magic medical rays heal me. Room 1.
Whether it's a simple case of the sniffles or something more serious, getting the right treatment has never been easier. Thanks.
Room 1.
You're already taking an important step
Hey, where am I just blind?
one of our convenient self-check-in terminals.
Yes, I am. It's over here. That's 3, 2, 1. Here's my room. And there we go. Had some food and water irradiated into us. That's all I needed, Doc.
It's about being your best. Ask your med tech about optional medical services.
Welcome to the ASOC Vehicle Retrieval System.
So we got the
Vehicle
Scorpius.
selected. Stand by. Your vehicle has been
Hangar
delivered to
1. Sorry, bud. You're coming with me now. Alright, so now we're in a ship, right? Now you want to be using the joysticks. Presto! We're good to go.
You are clear to launch.
Never get tired of watching this transformation. We've got all 4 guns. That's a pretty good start so far. Let's see. I don't have any missions here, do I?
Thank you, and please visit again.
Except that one. I'm gonna have to... Ooh, I am low on quantum fuel. I need to come back. I need to refuel.
Proceed to assigned landing bay.
Open that door. Hopefully they have some fuel, because now things can go out of stock.
You are clear to launch.
Yeah, okay, thanks. Just those gas tanks fill up. Oh, my decoys were really low too, so I guess it's good that I'm doing this. Okay. Alright, open the doors again. There's a door operator. I know he hates me. Ah, sweet. We kept all 4 guns. That is awesome. Okay, good day so far. Let's plot a course to...
Thank you, and please visit again.
Let's go to Crusader. Okay. It's confused. Let's try that again. Yeah, one jump. One jump to Crusader. Should be... There we go. Look at that Scorpius, though. Beautiful ship, isn't it? I am a fan. And it's getting a new Best in Ship class skin, or Best in Ship skin. That looks pretty good, too. It's like a black and red. Well, like a dark silver and red, I guess. It's pretty good. I really like this angle. This just reminds me of watching the X-Wings just come out of hyperspace in A New Hope. Getting ready for that trench run. Making pretty good time. Cool thing is, when you have a magnetic setup like this, you can push it out of the way while you're in quantum jump. And you can look at other things. You can pull up a different web browser, start looking at other stuff. Where did I put my phone? It's a mystery. So Monstertech gave me a ton of extra hardware, so I think I'm going to be making a mount for my iPad at some point so I can get a little more use out of like game glass, maybe try that out. Got plenty of hardware to do it with, so that's pretty cool. Got extras of just about everything. Gave me these spacers. I'm not sure what I was supposed to use these for. Well, I don't think they were for these bolts. Well, I mean, these are the same kind of bolt that are here on the bottom, mounting it to the plate. I don't think I needed those. There. I don't see anything wrong with my construction based on the SolidWorks drawings they sent me. I think this is how it is supposed to be made. Mystery for a future odd job to figure out. Should start hearing the quantum drive spool down. Let's get these back in position. Alright, so now we are at Crusader. Let's get ourselves a mission. Yeah, I don't want to do something super difficult right now. I just want to do something easy. Because it's about the chair, it's not about my skill as a pilot, which is very minimal. Hate that. I wish it would just kind of get one track mind. Like, once you start spooling past 50%, like, stop trying to switch. Unless you, like, do a really big movement on the stick. Security post Thackeray. Kind of sounds like Mike Tyson saying Zachary. Thackeray. Though I guess you should be careful about making fun of Mike Tyson in case he tracks you down and bites your ear off. But he's kind of chilled out as of late. Not as quick on the draw as he used to be. Okay, so I can feel that. I want to move these in a little bit because I feel like I'm reaching too much. The size. All right. Right. Okay. I think that took me all the way back to Arc L1. Yeah, that feels... That's a lot better. This one feels too much of a reach. I haven't adjusted this one yet. This one, that's where I want it. Well, you can't script this, guys. This is a live show, after all. Oh yeah, much better. But hey, you know what? That gives me another opportunity to show that little transformation we just did. So, yeah, when you want to use your mouse and keyboard, you just push the sticks out of the way. It's as easy as that. Where am I? I'm at Arc L2. Oh, goody. All right. So maybe we will not be doing some bounty missions. That is okay because we wanted to show off how cool the chair is, and we accomplished that. I was able to make an adjustment pretty quick to make it work better. If I was paying more attention, we would not have crashed. So that's not the chair's fault, clearly. Overall, I am very happy with the chair now.
The ASOP vehicle retrieval system. Your insurance claim has been sent.
I mean, yeah, I could pull out one of these smaller ships and I could get out a lot faster, but what I wanted to show you is the chair, right? So we've gone through a couple transitions. It's not that hard to do. This one, compared to the old one, it locks those joysticks back so they don't swing around when I'm in FPS mode. They stay right where I want them to, which is all the way back behind me. They are reasonably adjustable, which they spent quite a bit of time working into the design so that I could get these to be just where I want them. I'm very appreciative of them for the extra time spent on that. They took a lot of my design input and really made it into a reality, and the result is very beefy construction, magnetic swinging joystick arms. I mean, like, that is just so cool. I am just over the moon with this chair right now. Frustrated at the game, but so happy with how this turned out. It is, I mean, look at this thing. This is sick. And I mean, like, I'm a gamer. I play Star Citizen, but I play lots of other stuff too, and you know, I never have a use for my joysticks in so many of those other games. To have them always mounted in the front, it's going to be a pain. At the same time, I wasn't such a fan of their other mount, you know, with the swivel underneath, because that only goes out to here, right? And it would be quite a bit wider than this setup is, because you swing your joysticks out, they're like out here. I didn't want that. I want them where they're really just out of the way. And with this setup, they really are. I can get super close to my desk just like I can without the mounts there at all. Got full range of motion for my arm. And then anytime I want to fly my ship, I just back up, swing the joysticks forward, and I'm ready to go. So I really think that this is the best Star Citizen flight chair that you can get. It's comfortable. I've been using this for about a week now, and it takes a little bit of getting used to because it's a very firm chair. It's not one that you're just going to sink into and be like, oh my gosh, this is so nice. But it's very comfortable to sit in over a long period of time. A lot of those softer chairs, they feel good right then when you sit on it, but then after a bit of time, you know, it's not supporting you the way that a chair should, and so you start to feel it in your back. I don't get that with this chair. I feel very supported all the time. It's very adjustable. I can make it fit my body, which, you know, my family, we've got long torsos and short legs, so getting something that fits me pretty well is a little tougher. But I mean, you saw I can move the seat pan in and out, so I can make that really short, and I can make this rather tall. So it's great. It fits me. I'm super happy with that part. And it has the spiritual successor of my original design built onto it. I mean, I really couldn't ask for more than that. Monstertech really blew it out of the park with how solid this feels, how rigid the construction is. And I mean, if there was any kind of movement in the arms I had before, I mean, I cannot move these at all. These are super solid, which is very impressive because it's a very complex part. I mean, it has to be able to swing and then maintain a position. And so what they've achieved here is really, really nicely constructed. But yeah, I think that's going to do it, guys. I'll be making a more cut down video with some more cinematic shots, some better close-up angles. I'm going to take some time off camera to do some cable management and put all the covers on, make it really look pretty. And then I'll be doing a review video later on the channel. So if you want to see that, make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe. It helps the algorithm, helps me grow, and we can keep doing cool projects like this in the future. But thanks for stopping in. I'm really glad to have you guys. And if you have any questions, let me know. I check my comments regularly, and yeah, we'll just have a great time. This is Oddjob Entertainment, signing off.